Timor Leste is a small island state in Asia Pacific. More than 70% of its 1.3 million people live in rural areas, with 60% of the land covered by forests. The communities rely on these trees for many aspects of their livelihoods. Deforestation and forest degradation, particularly in mountainous areas, have resulted in erosion and landslides, causing diminished hydrological functions of environmentally significant watersheds. Soil decay and a decrease in groundwater further contributes to environmental degradation, affecting agricultural productivity and ultimately food security and the health of the people. High-value indigenous tree species, such as teak, mahogany and sandalwood, have almost disappeared from the forests in Timor-Leste. The data from the Forest Resources Assessment of the FAO in 2020 shows that the forest areas declined from 0.96 million hectare in 1990 to 0.92 million hectare in 2020, and this trend has been accelerating very fast. These numbers highlight the importance of sustainably managing watersheds and forests with an emphasis on effectively involving local people in forest management through community forestry. Since 2019, the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries, with technical assistance from the FAO, has been supporting the development and implementation of community forestry in Timor-Leste. The key objectives of this initiative is to advance community forestry through piloting them across the selected 4 sites and facilitate to form community forest user groups and forest management plans. It also aims to strengthen regulatory framework and necessary capacity of the government agencies and local communities to scale up community forestry in Timor-Leste.
In Asia, more than 34% of the national forest is handed over to the local communities as a community forestry. Community forestry in Timor-Leste is a new initiative and being supported by a number of legal and regulatory frameworks, such as revised forest policy of 2017, general regime of forest of 2017, and the draft National Community Forestry Strategy 2018-2030.
Currently, the national economy, particularly the government of Timor-Leste's revenues, rely heavily on oil and gas production. Agriculture has been identified as one of the priority sectors for private sector-led economic development.
Floresta sai settori importante e desenvolvimento nacional Timor-Leste. Governo e serviço, hamutu com parceiro desenvolvimento, onde atu cria base legal. Comunidade tem que hatene duni, sirana induni ba floresta. Estatuto rai tem que claro husi comunidade to iha governo.
Community forestry has the potential to contribute to livelihoods, enhance people's resilience to climate change, and become a catalyst for environmental conservation efforts. Several collective community participation approaches and initiatives have been implemented in Timor-Leste. Local NGO Homo San Ida has been managing forests in the area for years and has extended the activities to provide income to hundreds of beneficiaries and their families.
Programa Homo San Ida Floresta Comunitário. Ami iha conceito no ami hahu iha 2009. Ami bot mai itu agora hanesang ami ladung compreende a função husi ai horis ne rasik no ema hotu sente katak ai horis ne moris rasik mas be hira husi homusang ida ne existência ami compreende katak ai horis ne ita ema mak precisa kuda então hira ita usa ita precisa atu kuda filafali.
Another promising example of community-based forestry operations is the farmer-managed natural regeneration project in Alileu municipality. FMNR is a quick, affordable and easy-to-replicate way of restoring and improving agricultural, forested and pasture lands, here applied in heavily degraded eucalyptus forest areas. Many regenerated forests now started to generate poles, fuel wood and small timber.
Floresta importante, artinya direita, função direita ba itanimoris ida. Ang sa ay na itabali usa ba tanimoris Ang sa tani komunidad sira bele uza ba ay sunu, bele uza mos halo ba construção ba halo uma, bele mos bele ba fan. E depois ninias dia que damos bele science and investimento bot ba itanina sound ba futuro.
Yeah, we JICA believe that community's power is essential to develop the forestry in Timor Leste. We know that community already have their own traditional knowledge and a traditional way to protect their natural resources and their society. What we want to do is not to impose different things from outside, but develop the better way and cooperate with community by developing their own traditional measures.
Community forestry is becoming increasingly important for successful forest and landscape management. This is particularly relevant to the United Nations Decade on Ecosystem Restoration and also to the Sustainable Development Goals, the Global Forest Goals, and other global, regional, and national goals. The work FAO is supporting in Timor Leste, especially with the community forestry strategy and the management plans, help towards achieving these goals. We need to work together and work more closely towards building sustainable landscapes and livelihoods to meet our aspirations for better production, better nutrition, better environment, and a better life, and leave no one behind in this journey.
The multitude of actors involved in community forestry development necessitates effective coordination in planning, implementing, monitoring and evaluation at national and subnational levels, a long-term strategic approach. But even in a relatively short time, Timor-Leste has come to international attention through its carbon sequestration and carbon credits programs.
Ami a certificação internacional do Plan Vivo Foundations. Comunidade Sira participa proativamente e o processo toma. Sira sainain ba toos, Sira sainain ba horis, Sira sainain ba crédito de carbono e depois Sira delega sirne direito, mai Fundação Carbon Offset Timor, a tu liga Sira ho parceiro internacional Sira.
Even with all its challenges, Timor-Leste is a country with an enormous potential and many opportunities for its young population in the area of community forestry and agroforestry. With all stakeholders together and strong legal frameworks, a better future for rural communities, which ultimately can contribute towards the overall development of Timor-Leste, comes within reach.